You can't think about Australia without also thinking about koalas. They're undoubtedly one of Australia's most popular animals, up there with kangaroos and emus in terms of popularity. Many people see them as cute, unique, and cuddly little creatures, which, I mean, they certainly are. But is that all they've got going for them? What about their usefulness in the ecosystem? What about their lifestyles or their survival effectiveness? Are koalas as amazing as we think they are, or are they the animal equivalent of unfrosted circus animal cookies? Because who in their right mind would ever buy those? Today, I'll be reviewing the koala, determining just how good it is at being a successful animal in its home, Australia. This is a series that I'll be calling Bioanalysis, where I review a specific species of animal and, on a scale of 1 to 10, determine just how fit it is for survival in its habitat. I'll be going over 3 main topics in this video: diet, lifestyle, and health, and scoring them each to determine how beneficial these topics are towards the animal's survivability overall. So, is the koala a good animal, or is it completely useless and everything about it just a complete mistake? Well, let's find out. Perhaps the koala's most notorious trait is its amazingly diverse diet of, you guessed it, eucalyptus leaves. They're essentially like the pandas of Australia when it comes to their diet, but I mean, as long as eucalyptus is fine, this diet is acceptable, right? Well, no. Eucalyptus leaves are actually extremely low in nutrients, are toxic, and are fibrous, meaning that they pass through the digestive system like a semi-truck trying to pass through New York City. You can imagine what a mess that would be, especially with the United States beginning to reopen. In fact, young koalas are unable to digest eucalyptus, so they have to resort to drinking the digested excrements from their mother. Koalas had to develop special digestive techniques, such as large cecum, in order to squeeze out the smallest of nutrients from these leaves that have tons of red flags suggesting not to eat them. Of course, due to this diet, their brains don't get much in the way of developing. They have one of the smallest brain-to-body ratios of any animal, and the brains are also smooth, which is a trait common in primitive animals. The wrinkles of the brain are produced by the folding and expansion of the cortex, which is the part that is responsible for complex thinking. And such, koalas are definitely not the brightest of animals. Their intelligence is so low, in fact, that they are unable to identify eucalyptus if it isn't on anything but a tree. If you left a koala in a room with a plate of eucalyptus leaves, it would starve. Talk about a waste of evolutionary time. I'm not even going to give this one points, just complete 0 out of 10. With the diet of only eucalyptus leaves, it's no surprise that koalas are complete couch potatoes. They spend 20 hours per day sleeping, and the rest of the time it's either spent eating or mating. I guess in that sense, they're living the dream. They complement this 30-year-old virgin uncle lifestyle by being almost entirely arboreal. The only time they ever leave the trees is when they need to excrete waste or move to another tree. So in a way, this lifestyle isn't that bad. Similarly to sloths, the decision to stay on trees protects them from some natural predators such as dingoes and reptiles. And I mean, that's basically it. There isn't really much to talk about an animal that sleeps for almost the entire day. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. The arboreal lifestyle is pretty good for it, although it is necessary. So yeah, not bad. Health is easily one of the koala's biggest hindrances towards its success. For some reason, koalas like to believe that they're the hottest party animal and enjoy excessively mating during the short periods that they are awake. However, along with their poor diet, due to this obsession for sex, koalas are extremely prone to STDs such as chlamydia, which often leads to blindness, severe bladder inflammation, infertility, and of course death. They're literally ruining their own species. I have no words, just 0 out of 10 again, just one absolute failure. I don't know how, but koalas have figured out a way to almost completely destroy any chance of them being a successful animal in the Australian ecosystem. How? How do you mess everything up? Koalas are the prime example of an evolutionary failure. Quit talking about how useless pandas are. Koalas literally do everything but just way worse. From eating worthless, toxic leaves to having an almost 100% chlamydia infection rate, the koala has almost nothing going for it, besides its cute appearance. A koala's existence is a burden to others of its kind, as it can spread chlamydia to them, killing them off. It feels like the koala was set up to be a failure from day one. So overall, if I were to average out the scores I gave on the 3 topics, it would get a 2.3 out of 10, but I don't think it deserves that. I'm going to round it down to a 2 out of 10. And honestly, I'm not going to lie, it doesn't even deserve a 2 out of 10. Like, it's just completely, like, just, what kind of an animal are you? You're just horrible. So yeah, that's basically it. That's the end of the review. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I have a lot of these planned. And if there are any other animal species that you'd like me to do a review of in a future video, make sure to leave them down in the comment section. I'm going to see if any of them do interest me. So yeah, if there's anything I did miss, or if you'd like me to do a re-review of the koala in the future, make sure to let me know in the comment section below as well. So yeah, that's it. Overall, 2 out of 10. Would not recommend the koala.